the same day that she left SNSD.
My life has changed a lot.
Jessica was kicked out of the group.
It's an accurate reflection of my life as well. And I always thought that I had a story to tell.
In 2014, Girls' Generation had a legendary status as a group in the music industry. Everything seemed perfect, and people were excited to see where the group would be headed in the future. That's why nobody expected to see the news of Jessica leaving the group all of a sudden. On September 30th, Jessica posted a shocking update on Weibo, writing, "I was excited about our upcoming fan events, only to shockingly be informed by my company and 8 others that as of today, I'm no longer a member. I'm devastated. My priority in love is to serve as a member of Girls' Generation, but for no justifiable reason, I'm being forced out." While the update was shocking since there had never been any hint of bad blood between the members, people just assumed that she had been hacked and someone wanted to troll the fans. But fans still wanted an explanation, so the morning of September 30th was spent waiting on an update from SM or Jessica herself. Later that day, SNSD had a fan meet in China, so reporters were gathered to see if Jessica would be there, and to everyone's shock, she was the only member that was missing. Things got all the more concerning when Jessica replied to her own post on Weibo. She said, "You guys are very special people that I love dearly, therefore you deserve to hear the truth from me. I'm deeply saddened and hurt by those who I trusted and hope that you don't ever have to experience this kind of pain." It didn't help that SM was refusing to comment on the matter. There were also insider reports that Jessica met with an attorney who was also JYJ's lawyer during their case against SM, but this was debunked by the attorney himself. While all the chaos was happening, SM dropped a vague statement in an attempt to calm everyone down, saying, "We cannot disclose what is going on yet, but we are reaching out to the proper people to find out the truth of the matter." And you know what happens every time a company refuses to clarify things? Yup, everyone just makes their own rumors and speculations about everything. Some rumors were saying that SM and Jessica had conflicts over her wanting to get married to Tyler Kwan, but mostly everyone just assumed that the mess happened over Jessica's fashion line. There were insiders who claimed that the other SNSD members had issues with it. The more Jessica focused on her fashion line, the less time she would spend with Girls' Generation. The issue itself wasn't with the money, as Jessica and SM had worked out the royalties with her line, but it was said that the members asked her to choose between her business and the group. Insiders also revealed that SM had told Jessica to keep quiet about the fact that she was leaving, at least until the Tokyo Dome concert. The plan was that they were going to tell everyone that she had missed the China fan meeting because of health reasons, and then announce her departure when the time was right. But Jessica had allegedly been so pissed off at being kicked out that she went on Weibo and spilled all the tea. Then SM Entertainment finally broke their silence and released a statement. They said, "This coming spring, due to her personal situation, she has notified us she will halt her team promotions with the release of one more album." They also confirmed that there were conflicts regarding her fashion line and revealed, "In the midst of insufficient negotiations regarding conflicts of differences in priorities and interest, Jessica started her fashion business. Due to this, despite ongoing talks, it has come to the point where the team could not be maintained." The statement said that Jessica would be continuing her solo activities under SM, but wouldn't be a Girls' Generation member. Jessica also released a statement of her own. She said that she had always put the group's activities before her business and thought that the members would be more understanding. She also stated that the agency and the members were understanding up until they held a meeting where they gave her an ultimatum. She could either stop her fashion line or leave the group. In the end, when she hadn't yet decided on what to do, the company kicked her out without discussing it with her. The insider information said otherwise, though. Dispatch interviewed 3 industry insiders who claimed that not everything that Jessica said was true. They claimed that Jessica had been talking about leaving ever since January of 2014 and was even discussing getting married to Tyler in October. And even though it was true that the members were supportive of her fashion line, they were under the impression that she'd started after getting married, which is why they were shocked when she started it much earlier than expected. With her being focused on her business so much, in September of 2014, the members allegedly asked her to make a decision. Ultimately, the decision was made for her, as the members felt that Jessica had made Girls' Generation her second job rather than the main one. Despite all the speculations, what truly happened between Jessica and the rest of the members remained a mystery. Until now. Netizens thought that there must be some bad blood left between the members, and the suspicions were brought up again once Jessica released her first book titled Shine. Shine is a fictional novel of a Korean-American teenager that moves to South Korea to become an idol. Rachel Geem, who's the protagonist, gets grouped with 8 other girls to debut under one of the most powerful and biggest entertainment agencies in Korea. Sound familiar? Yeah, I thought so too. And if you were having any doubts whether the story was a retelling of her time in SM as a member of Girls' Generation, the different variations of the book covers were heavily hinting at it. The covers feature a Girls' Generation light stick and a poster referencing the group's hit song, Oh. Netizens also started speculating on who the characters in Shine were supposed to represent and how true the stories and events described in the book were. Jessica herself viewed these speculations, as she said that it was up to the reader to decide which parts were fiction and which parts were real. This basically implied that even though she marketed the book as completely fictional, there was some truth to it. Jessica said, "It's going to be like an Easter egg hunt, looking for clues and who's who, what's what, what's true, what's not." But the book was very vague, so nobody really knew if the Girls Forever members in the novel were similar to the Girls' Generation members, or if the relationship between them was as strained and toxic as the book claimed. This all changed once the sequel titled Bright was leaked to the public, and in comparison to Shine, this book was anything but vague. Trust me, Jessica was going off in this novel, and she did not hold back. What mostly got people's attention was a scene in the book where Rachel gets kicked out of the group after the other members of Girls Forever don't approve of her fashion line. That part has Rachel announcing that she didn't want to stop her fashion line nor leave the group, as she felt that she hadn't neglected group activities after starting her business. Then Mina and Rachel get into a fight over how Rachel had skipped official schedules to work on her line, while the other members were too afraid to speak up against Mina. Then the CEO of DB Entertainment, the fictional company behind Girls Forever, announces that the girls had all agreed that Rachel should leave the group and not promote with the rest of the members. I know, the tea is boiling hot. So it's no wonder that netizens think that this is Jessica's version of what happened between Girls' Generation. Rachel also expresses extreme sadness over leaving the group, even saying that she still thinks about the group and gets devastated thinking that the 9 of them will never ever be in the same frame together. Though there was another scene that left the reader shook to their cores. In another scene of the group, the Girls Forever members bump into Rachel's sister Leah backstage at an event. Leah is also an idol under the same company as Rachel, promoting with a 5-member group called Say Go. I swear, Jessica didn't even try hiding what she was doing with this scene. Leah then bows and waves to her sister's bandmates, and all the girls, except for Mina and Lizzie, wave back. Rachel then hears Lizzie and Mina badmouth Leah, talking about how she doesn't respect her seniors and is bad-mannered. Rachel alludes that they do it because they're jealous of how quickly Leah got signed with DB Entertainment and how quickly she debuted, while the two had hoped to get their sisters into the company for a long time. Specifically, Lizzie had been trying to get her younger sister to debut, but to no avail. Do you see why people are so convinced that Taeyeon and Sooyoung had beef with Crystal? Just like in the novel, Taeyeon has a younger sister Hayeon that ultimately signed with SM Entertainment in 2015, but then debuted as a soloist under another company. There was also a theory that Sooyoung is Mina. Leah is obviously Crystal, Jessica's sister, if the 5-member group and the fact that both the character and Crystal signed with their companies very early on wasn't enough of a hint for you. Fans also brought back a video of Crystal being the first to walk out of the stage after Taeyeon won first place on Music Bank. Even when she was unable to leave, she appeared bored and pissed off at the entire ordeal. If any of the parts in Bright are real, then the video would explain quite a lot. But again, Jessica said that the novel is all fiction. She said it herself. "I did try to fictionalize everything. I never wanted to write an autobiography or a tell-all story. I wanted to make good entertainment." Legally, this would make sense because it would be dumb for Jessica to come out and claim that her novel is based on a true story. The girls were probably made to sign an NDA, which would stop them from ever talking about what happened, so Jessica would get sued if she directly told someone about everything that went on. This makes differentiating between fiction and reality so much harder. Share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching today's video, and see you next time. Bye.